Alright, so you guys have asked me over the last little bit how I modded NASCAR Heat 4 and how I was able to get to how I was able to put it in paint schemes like this, my iconic Minolta paint scheme. And this is my career truck. But this also works for single player. I mean, if I go back out to quick race, go again to a Toast Truck series, I mean, there's your custom, right? There's your custom driver, in-game stuff, right? So since my name is DJ Harris, I went all the way there. I went the wrong way here. Oh no, it's Harrison Burton. So that's how you get this is what it looks like in the game. Notice I've changed everything but the headshot and in-game number. So a lot of you guys asked me how I did this, and I'm going to show you, and I'm going to go over what I did. So let me go to display capture. Just give me a moment here quickly. Okay, so here you have let me go back to Steam here. So go find your Steam folder. You'll go to Steam apps, common, and then you find NASCAR Heat 4. That's where the root directory is. And then so you have the exe here, Heat 4 data DLC. I don't think DLC has anything useful in it right now. I haven't checked, but go to the data folder. And the one thing I recommend doing before you touch anything else is create a new folder. It doesn't matter what you name it, as long as you remember what it is. Because this is where you're going to be putting all your resources and stuff, right? So everything that you do will go into this, what I call the NH4 assets folder. You can name it whatever you want, like I just said. And then you can see I've already got stuff in here, but moving forward, all you have, what you do next is you find your resources.assets file. Okay, so this is important to do because in order to not screw up the base game stuff and lose the original files, copy. So go control, like you can right click and click copy, or you can go Control C and then paste, Control V, and then it'll have resources dash copy. What I do is I type in like original or something again, preferably something you remember what it is. That's how I do things. So now you have this resources.assets file to work with. So I'm quickly going to check my notes here about my talking points. There's 2 or 3 different things, or there's a couple different things you have to download first. It'll be in the description below. I have my utilities. You're gonna need the Unity Asset Bundle Extractor. That's the biggest one you're gonna need. I don't think you'll need anything else to edit this stuff, but you'll need something like Photoshop, GIMP, Paint.net, whatever you use to paint your trucks, or whatever you use to paint your stuff with. That's what you're gonna need. Those. You're going to need to be able to save as a .dds file. Sorry, .tga file, targa file. So if I go into my iconic Minolta stuff, you see I have TGA files and stuff. So you've got multiple. I have multiple files here, like box logo, car number, crew chief uniform, or crew uniform. So the I think this is original stuff. We'll check. I don't know. It might be my personal stuff here. Give me a second to load it up. This looks like it's the original. I always back up original stuff. So I'll show you what the templates look like. They are linked down here as well. This is what the in-game stuff looks like. So like you've got your, it's pretty self-explanatory. If I go back to my, if I go find my templates here, base cars, truck, go to my Toyota base, because that's what I'm racing. It's basically one layer, and then you can just do whatever you want to it, like color in, and it won't mess with the original layer. I'm not gonna teach people how to paint in this video. I'm just explaining how everything looks. And then once you're done doing whatever, you can do something like this by the end of it. So there are multiple things that show up here. So you've got your paint job, like I just showed you. We'll open that back up. Then you've got your car number. Your car number is what shows up on the track map. So when you're racing, whether it be career mode, if you replace somebody, or if you're just racing single player mode, this is what's going to show up, and this is going to be in your mini map. Going back, crew uniform. This is the uniform that your driver is going to have, as well as the rest of the team. So this texture is shared between your driver and your team. There's no separate for the driver and team. This is just how it is. So that's the driver and crew suit, because usually the crews wear the same suits. I don't know. Oh, that's paint job. Pit box. You also have your pit box. I don't have any pictures of that, but basically it's the stuff on this on the side of the pit box. And then your box logo. So this is like the little banner that they put over top of the pit box to denote that that is yours, kind of thing. It's basically just a I don't know how to explain it. It's like a canvas. I mean, for those of you who have been to a track and have been in pit road before, like I have, you will know. Most teams that use it, it was still pretty popular back in the 2000s. So yeah, like this is what you'll see on the side of your pit box, on the pit wall in your stall. So those are the four main things that you can or will edit over time, depending on what you choose. I've gone through and I've done all my own stuff for it. I won't go through everything, of course, but I'll go through like the uniform. This is, I just copied and pasted I just kind of recycled the crew uniform that came with the 18 truck of Harrison Burton. So something like that is like, there's 3 or 4 different customizable things. You've also got headshot stuff, which is faces and stuff. Don't worry about those. Team logo, that's if you have a different team you're racing for. I think I haven't touched any of that stuff yet. So I'm going to go to base cars, truck, Toyota, and I'm going to find a really god-awful color here. Let me go to my colors, and let's do that. Make this like a ugly kind of green. Oops, hang on, move that down. There we go. So I'm just gonna type a number in here. Let's go 18, just for the sake of simplicity here. This is meant to look like a real truck, by the way. Go with the font that I know. Alright, so place number there, and then I'll just quickly rotate these. Alright, good enough. So then to save it as a target file. For me, I have my own graphic design folder, and then I have other stuff that for all the games and stuff I've worked with over the years. So I've made a folder called NASCAR Heat 4, and then I've extracted the templates and stuff that I have provided in the link. I've extracted into that NASCAR Heat 4 folder, base cars, truck, and then I'll just say video tutorial. Save it as a TGA. I use 32-bit because it's a higher quality. So 32 bits per pixel. So in order to put it in the game, so you go to your D drive. I have my utilities folder where everything goes. My Unity Asset Bundle Extractor, or UABE as I might refer to it. This is also going to be included in the link. So here's the .exe that you need. Oops, so I close it out. Okay, so no file opened. Open. I have NASCAR Heat 4 quick pinned, or pinned for quick access. So data, streaming assets, PC, asset bundles, car appearances, and then for me, since I'm replacing the 18 of Harrison Burton, I'll go down to here. Okay, so you're gonna want to find whichever driver you're replacing. You've got default underscore C17. So default underscore C. So C means cup, right? So you've got like Bowman and Chase Elliott and them and Jimmy Johnson. So C, and then you got dirt, the dirt drivers for the dirt late models, and then T for trucks. So you've got like Brett Moffitt, Harrison Rhodes, championship winner Brett Moffitt, and then you've got Xfinity, so where you can change up the files for the Xfinity drivers, kind of like Austin Cindric or Jace Briscoe, Christopher Bell, you name it. So since I'm replacing, like I said, Harrison Burton, I'm going to click on this name. I'm going to go Control C or right click and click copy. Go back to NASCAR Heat 4, find your assets folder, whatever you saved, and I'd like to create a new folder. So I've already got this copied, but I'll do it for visual purposes anyways. I'll go Harrison Burton original files, and then I'll hit Control V or paste, right click and paste. So going back to your car appearances, I'm going to open this. So that's your default Harrison Burton. So if you go to info, which is for me, like, you don't have to have, you can just have it open like this. I prefer to have it open like this, info, and then you're going to want to find the texture 2D type files. So you've got your default paint job, your default car number, box logo, and pit box, like I've mentioned earlier. You've got your material ID crew uniform is also up there as well. I haven't really worried about the material ID. That really hasn't applied to anything I've done yet. I'm not sure what that means. So Harrison Burton default paint job. Usually, like how I exported it, I go to plugins and export to TGA, and that I put it in my assets folder. But since we're importing it, since we've already got from this point we've already got the paint scheme done, we'll go plugins, or sorry, plugins, edit, and then you've got everything. Don't change any of this. This is all good. But you've got your texture, and you go load. So at this point, you find your paint scheme that you have created. So I'm going to go to my truck stuff, and I'm going to go to where I find the video tutorial stuff, the Targa or the TGA file for the video tutorial. So that's loaded. I'll click OK. I just leave it at the same quality setting as it is, and it should save. Or well, it will replace what is there, as you can tell by the star. I go File, Save, and then I click OK. And then I go to File and Save again. Go back to my Heat 4 directory. Go back to car appearances, and then scroll down and find Harrison Burton on the list, who is right here. So the thing is now that you just can't click save and continue, right? It doesn't allow you to do that for whatever reason. I don't remember. I don't know why, but whatever you do, just you can change the name of it. Just you have to have this exact name when you go to use it. So what I do is I just like type in 2 or something like that, save, and it will save. So we'll go back to that, make sure it's saved, so I'm in the wrong directory. Alright, so you see here we've got our 2 Harrison Burton files. You can just go ahead, since you have copied, this is your final chance kind of thing, to copy and paste your original Harrison Burton or whatever driver's .rib file, which is their assets file. This is your final chance to copy that and hold this somewhere just for safekeeping in case you want to in the future replace with the original textures. So if you've already done that and whatever, I just go I'll delete it, which oh, it's already, I have to close out of this. Here we go. Delete it, and there you go. So now you've got to right click, rename, or just click on it, and then backspace out the 2 or whatever, or change it to the name that it needs to be, and press enter. So now if we go into the game, which give me a second, it'll have to load up. Maybe. Oh, here we go. Make sure I don't get copyright striked with the music. Maybe if I can. Okay, it's muted when I enter. There we go. Alright, so it's gonna fade. Alright, so now how to check is go to quick race or career if you've already started one. Find your truck series, and then scroll to the driver you've replaced, and there it is. That is how you replace that. Okay, so that is how you replace the truck. And I've got these timestamped. I'll have these parts of the video timestamped because I'm planning on going through all of the different things you can edit or stuff that I've edited. So now, close our shooting paints here. Go to NASCAR Heat 4. Say you want to replace the the box. Let's go with the car number first. Car number is going to be a little bit easier. So here you've got your first name, last name, default. This is going to come with the zip folder or zip file. So now it has number 77 here, but you can just delete those. I'm pretty sure I deleted the back. I don't think I did delete the background, but here, let's see. Did I? No, I didn't. All right. So this is the one that replaces the number on the track map when you're in the middle of a race or qualifying or whatever. So since I have the truck stuff still open, let me just rasterize that and copy it over. Alright. So paste that into place. I have to scale mine down, obviously. Do what you need to do. Alright, I'm gonna center this out. So you want to have your number inside this or whatever. I prefer to have it in here just for the sake of simplicity. And you can also recolor this. You can make it white, you can make it yellow, whatever you want. I just keep it the same. I probably should change it just for the heck of it, but for the video, your number is here now. Go File, Save As, to your Targa file, TGA, as it's abbreviated to, and then I'll just put like 18 underscore tutorial video. Name it whatever you want, something that you again recognize, and then 32 bits per pixel. And that's basically the exact same steps as it is with the truck. Go back to your asset bundler, file, open. You're gonna want the you're gonna want the so you're gonna want to find your file the driver that you replaced. So for me, again, it's gonna be Harrison Burton. This will be right here. I don't remember the alphabet very well, obviously. There we go. Go to your info button, and again, this is where all your stuff is. So car number is where you're going to want to go to plugins, edit, since we've already got that loaded up. Again, don't change anything here. I'm just going to copy and paste this into a new text document, so I have something I can copy and paste for quick travel. Obviously I can't find my stuff very well, so then again, go to your NASCAR heat for template folder stuff, and then find your car number folder or whatever you have in, if as that set as that, tutorial video, TGA or whatever. Okay, do that, click OK again. Would you like to save the changes? Yes, we would. And just for the heck of it, I want to make sure that it is saving properly, so I'll just go back to that and find wherever the heck you can. So the thing is, you can do this all in one shot, you know, instead of doing this in 4 different steps or however many different steps you want to edit this in, depending on how many things you've edited. You can do this at the same time. I need to close that out again. Alright, and then change your thing again. So you can pretty much do this the exact same amount of, you can do this once if you have everything ready to go. You don't need to be like me and do everything all over again. So we'll quickly open that up, get that ready to go, get out of Discord. So say you want to do the crew uniform. I don't have any base layers for this, for any different things. So go to the crew uniform. I'm not exactly sure. So if you're like me and you extracted the crew uniform, you can just copy whichever crew uniform, you can copy paste it and then recolor it. So for me, like, let's just say, this is gonna look awful, but bear with me here. So you want to do that. Man, I can't use the brush tool. There we go. And then this is gonna be the torso stuff. Good enough with me. So make that white quickly. Alright. Good enough. Save it as whatever. Go back. It's basically everything that you do for this stuff. I mean, once you've done one, you can pretty much go back and do everything else. You know, you're not limited to. It's not a different process every single time. It's basically just you doing the same thing over and over and over again, for however many things you want to edit. So just for simplicity's sake, we'll do that. We won't save it just yet because we're not done. Go to this, go to our box logo. Here you're gonna have the 77 and Team Tectate. Surveys of Tectate. So, oops. Copy my number over, do that. So this is for the banner on pit road. This is what this is for. It's like this obviously doesn't want to type. Good enough. Save it as, well, we need a base color to it first, so let's just do our minty green looking thing. Oh, here's one for Denny Hamlin. So I'm hiding it again. There we go. Save that. We'll open up the pit box next, and this is where it's going to show up on the pit box. I'm just going to rasterize that and copy and paste it quickly. Don't have to try and follow anything here. It's just it's just me trying to do everything in a quick manner. Oops. Oh yeah, that was right. Alright. Save it. This is not what I wanted to do. Save as Targa. Sadly there are no wire mesh. If you're if you're kind of like a painter that knows your way around terminologies and other fun things, the wire mesh helps you line things up. Sadly, there is not a wire mesh for NASCAR Heat 4. I'm not very good at making it, so I don't know. Don't know if there's actually a team logo here for this. No, that's why I've never touched it. Alright. Video tutorial, box logo, we've done that. Car number. So we've done the stuff that we can do. So we'll go back out and we will edit these. So crew uniform, this is what, box logo? Yeah. Video tutorial, okay, okay. Pit box, load, go find a pit box folder, video tutorial. If I'm rushing too fast, I apologize. It's just one of those things that doesn't take very long once you figure out what you're doing. And then we'll go to our crew uniform, save that, okay. And then that's a sprite. Alright, so we'll go okay, yes, save the changes, and then I'll go save again. Copy the link that I had earlier, and then find Harrison Burton, or your driver that you've chosen to replace. Oh, I'm Xfinity, that's why. Sorry. Rename it, or put the 2 in front of it as I usually do. Find my NASCAR Heat 4 directory. Delete the old one because you've got your other one backed up. Close out of Asset Bundler first. And then try again because I've messed that up. And Harrison Burton, rename it to the file that is it is supposed to be. So now that you've done that, you'll go back to NASCAR Heat 4, and we'll see what it looks like on the truck. All right. So go to Harrison Burton. This is, again, no change here, but it will change when we get to let's just go to Dover. I don't have a wheel plugged in, so I won't be able to show you everything, but hopefully the opening kind of cinematic stuff will pop up here. I'll pause the video when I need to. Or you can pause the video when you need to. Alright, so here we have the backstretch. Let it roll here. So here's our truck. No, not yet. This is our truck. Here's Harrison Burton. You can see it's a really bad suit because I just kind of painted over things. I don't think we'll be able to see the pit box. You can kind of see it. Can I see there's the pit crew suits? So that's kind of how that looks, you know. You're not going to see the thing is, guys, is you're not going to see the pit box very much. It's one of those decorative things that that just kind of make the game what it is. You're gonna see it when you're pitting, and you're gonna see it maybe when you pull into a pit road kind of thing, or passing it on the track during a race. But you're not going to see it very often. It's one of those things that you might even just be able to leave if you're content with not having a custom pit box. You don't have to do anything with it. You know, you can just leave it as the original. But the truck and maybe the crew suit, maybe for sure. Those are the two that you're going to see. Because say you win or say you're in pit road, your crew will have the pit box, or sorry, the crew uniform stuff on as well. So that's kind of how all that stuff works. One thing I am forgetting though is when we exit is editing the ratings of a driver. I don't really have a use for this, I mean, for Ross Chastain, I've turned down his ratings because he's just overpowered, OP at short tracks and speedways. In the truck series, you give him the lead, he runs with it by like 4 or 5 seconds in the matter of like 8 to 10 laps, kind of thing. He's just too quick. So what I did was I opened up my resources. It's gonna open all that 35,000 stuff. Find I sort by name, and scroll down, and I will find the word mono behavior. Okay, so mono behavior, and then you're gonna scroll down a little bit, and you're gonna see stuff like this. I sort by name, by the way. Alright, here we go. So you're gonna see mono behavior C17 underscore brackets Keselowski rated. So these are the drivers themselves, the AI, and this is a persona and personal ID asset. So I'm gonna find Ross Chastain, because that's who I want to edit, right? And it's going to be .wrap. Alright, so it's probably going to be this one, I'm hoping. So you're going to want to export dump. You're going to want to export it. Keep clicking cancel. And it's going to come up with type tree generator. And it's going to save as a UAVE dump text file. So going to NASCAR Heat 4 data, and then I go to my assets folder. I'll just save it here because that's easy for the video. And you're gonna see a bunch of kind of text and stuff, eh? So a full name is Ross Chastain, first name, last name, hometown, Twitter handle, number, and then this is where you start getting to your AI skill. So short track rating is 2, speedway rating is 2, super speedway racing is 3, dirt short rating is 88, kind of thing. So the thing is the lower the better. So you can see that he's at 88 for like dirt road, dirt long is 9, and then dirt short is 88. So then he's also got a chase weight. I think minus would be he's not eligible for the chase. So I don't know exactly how you would change that value. But minus I don't think that he's eligible to race in the chase, because last year he came in late. I think started racing full time for late in the season. Could be wrong though. Don't quote me on that. So if you want to change his ratings, I'm not too sure how much it changes, so this will be trial and error for you guys, but let's just say, let's put it at 7 for each, okay, and then we'll put them at about 8 for speedway rating. So go to save as, and then we'll just save it again, replace, and then this is where you find when I replaced Ross Chastain stuff, right? So import dump, and then import the mono behavior file that you've edited. Click OK, save the changes, and then you're gonna want to you might have to do the same thing, I think, for the assets file. So you'll have to resources.assets. So go down. I'll just put number 2 here again, like I usually do, and it's going to save. It'll take a second, and you'll see in a second here. There you go. It closes out. We'll close out of that, and we'll close out of this text document here. Go back to your Heat 4 data. Go to resources. All right, and then you have resources.2. So we'll delete this and then rename that to resources.assets. So now that's going to have changed raw assets ratings. So that is how you edit truck like your paint files. I'm sorry if this was rather scrambled or rather hard to follow. You can shoot me a message at DJ Harris Designs on Instagram, on Twitter. You can go to djharrisdesigns.com and contact me through there. I'll get your email and I'll try to reply to you as quick as I can, or you can comment on the bottom of this video. The notifications will be on for that. And for those who requested this over a week ago, I apologize for getting this out way late. I've just been really busy, but hopefully you guys found this helpful and enjoyed the video. So thank you again for watching, and have fun racing with your custom stuff. Hey everyone, so I just want to say thank you for watching the video. I don't remember if I did, this is recording this after editing, but I really hope that this does help you guys put your paint schemes in. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, my Instagram, my Facebook, and my Twitter are DJ Harris Designs. DJHarrisDesigns.com is my website for this stuff. Shoot me an email there. If you want to tag the page in your photos of your custom stuff. I want to see what you guys do. Maybe further down the line, I can figure out some more stuff, how to edit some stuff. I don't really do tutorial videos very often. I mean, it's been a couple of years since I've even uploaded to this YouTube page, so I'm kind of rusty at this. So I hope that this did help. But happy painting and happy racing, and I hope you guys enjoyed. So thank you.